No cap, no cap, cap, cap. Like this.
Let me ask you this, P. Because like I said, you 12 in, I'm 3 in, right? And either one is a milestone. You know
For
that
sure.
either one is a
Congratulations.
milestone, man. To you
Shit.
too. And so my question is this: when you get to these parts, because sometimes we floating on cloud nine,
Yes.
and then sometimes you get to them parts where you like Nick, you like on -3. Like shit, I
Yes.
don't know how these doors gonna stay open. How
Yes.
do you navigate those times? Because those times come and those times get scary.
I know. I'm gonna tell you something, and this is not. I was holding on to this answer because this is. There's a couple things, but I'm gonna tell you something. Somebody told me that's very successful. Now, and man, it's a difficult one because it sounds crazy, but I'm gonna share it with you because it was shared with me. You always take care of the business first. So I know we have bills, and the
I knew what you
bills
were
got to
getting
get.
at.
Yeah, I know.
I
That's
knew
why I
what
said
you
it's a
was.
difficult one. These bills got to get paid, and the bills always is there, and the bills is there, and everything. But what this very successful person told me, and it was a difficult one for me to get because it's like one of those things where people say easier said than done, but until it becomes easy to do, you have to use your gift of gab and every outlet that is there for you when it comes to them bills to extend that shit out because they go get paid. They just might not get paid. But the business has always everything you got to go into the business, and that's how the business is gonna get back to you.
Pig, pig, boy, are you saying? And nobody understands it, but it got to go to the business. It has
It
to go to it
it has
because
to.
this is where you make your. This is where you make your. This is how I eat. If this is how I eat, I got to give it here because this is what's gonna pay me back.
Yes.
And P, that nigga. Let me. I'm trying to get away from that word. Black
Ninja,
man.
ninja.
I say ninja too. I'm trying to get away from anything with an N. You know, listen, bruh, you don't even know. I think what we just did in this last minute, I like this whole segment that we just went on right here better than everything we said
Yeah,
prior, because this is so much information that you got
yeah,
to receive it if you want it. But because it got everything has to go into the business, and you can be broke
yes,
trying to. You gotta. It's gonna be hard. Either way you do it, it's going to be
yeah,
hard. It's gonna be some
yeah.
hard times. And when I say hard times, I'm talking about you about to put. P used to have a black beard. He used to have a black
Hey
beard.
man, you could have told your story without my you could
I did it on purpose, P, because
you could
I
have
want people to I want people to understand. I want people to understand how stressful this is. I want
I
people to,
get
because I
compliments
got
on my grade.
not.
I get
Hey,
compliments
listen,
on
listen, my brother. It wasn't no shade because I got something
No, no,
coming in
I'm
mind
joking. I'm
too.
joking.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
what I'm saying is this thing drives you crazy because it's it's gut wrenching, man. You not
Yeah,
everybody built. Not everybody. That's when they say it's too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Everybody's not built to be a chief.
yeah,
Some people have been built to be Indians. It is not easy being a leader. It is not
yeah,
easy running a bit. It is not easy taking a stand. It is not easy to do this, and not everybody's going to understand how hard and difficult this is. It is hard, and you got to put the business first
yes,
because if you don't, what was the point? If
yeah,
you're going to give up at the first sign of trouble, then why did you even do it?
yeah,
Why did you even take the chance? Because you can't run at the first. Because guess what? If you was in the dope game, sometimes it was a drought where
yeah,
it wasn't no dope out there. And what
yeah,
people do, they got what they can. They made it extra small
yeah.
and start
Stretch
selling
it
it for
out.
double the price. Whatever you had to do to make it
Yeah,
work.
yeah,
Whatever you had to do to make it work. And
yeah,
now, Pete, when you said that, man, you just gave two pieces of game, set plans and packages for
Yeah.
different tiers and different levels because it's different tiers and it's different levels. And give everything to the business. Bills, that's why, and that goes to you got to have a good team. You got to have your team around. You got to have support.
Yeah.
But not everybody gonna support you.
Not everybody gonna
So,
support you. But yeah, and the good thing about the packages, the tiers, is when you give somebody a deal, it actually mess with your spirit. You know what I mean? Like a deal like that. Like, and when I say a deal, like when you let somebody like negotiate, talk you down, and you don't really, you're getting less than what you're doing, but you're only doing it because you got to pay these bills. You're trying to get some money. That affects your spirit, but it don't affect your spirit if you just selling them a package that's at that rate. That's what that package is. It don't affect your spirit, and your spirit is what's most important, not the money. Your spirit is what you need to continue being spirited, and your spirit keeping that healthy is what's going to keep you able to get through whatever difficult times. But when a person's spirit start getting attacked and their spirit not right, that's when everything else really starts to feel even more of a burden. You got to unburden your spirit first, and now you have what you need to go out here and conquer everything else because your spirit is right. And whether people see it or not, it affects their spirit when they feel like they're giving up something just for money. So I did that for hella years. I did that for hella years when I first started because I needed to get the money and feed my family, right? So I used to be like, all right, I'll work with you on this. All right, I'll work with you on that. And it was affecting my spirit. And then I realized I don't have to do that. You want to do what? Cool. This is the package for you. That don't affect my spirit. I just sold you the package at the price point that it is. This package over here ain't for you. This one is. And it's gonna be great. And it is great. And it's a beautiful thing. And so now my spirit ain't affected and I can give them everything that I would give them in a great spirit. And I'm able to continue to work through whatever difficult times I need to work through. The spirit is the most important thing because that's what drives everything. And so you can't let the money dictate, corrupt, or affect the energy of your spirit. And like I was saying, sometimes that happens when people give more than what they feel they deserve to get just because they feel the urgency. That affects a person's spirit. So that's without even knowing it, that's something that I figured out that the packages having these different rates for me has done.
mm-hmm.
My spirit is always, I'm always, you know what I'm saying? It's good, it's Gucci. You know what I mean? Everything is always good. And I just need to sell more of any of these packages. All of them is good. All of them is good. When times get hard, I just need to sell. You want which one? Yep, you can buy that one. Yep, you can buy that one. Just sold that one. Just sold that one. You know what I mean? And if possible, residual income is the best thing. So having people sign up for memberships, making a commitment is the best thing. So if in any business that you have, if you can scale it to where a person uses you on a month-to-month basis, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not just on a, oh yeah, I'm gonna call you the next time I need you in 6 months or a year, but finding what you do well and finding a void. See, finding those voids is how you become um, successful in making money because you fill the void. You know, like, yeah, I do this, but you know, I create, like, all right, perfect example. I was, so I train athletes. I train everybody, but I train athletes, right? And what I was doing, I just recently added this, by the way, because I'm always looking on to get better. I realized I would have people come to me and say, I need some, somebody refer me to you. I need my son or daughter to get faster. So I want to bring them to you. And I want to have you train them for this. Or my son play football or want to play football and I want to know if you can train them in football. Of course, I do football training too. So they would come in and I would just be training them for football, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I would always see the most important thing for this athlete to get better, even faster, that they were missing was some of the stuff that we do. Forget what they do anywhere else that we do in my facility, how we train the
Mm-hmm.
brain so the body will follow. They not getting that. They only was getting the sport specific, the speed training outdoor or the football training outdoor. And I would always say, like, man, you need to be doing, like, my athletes who doing the other part, you missing that. And I would try to implement it out there with them because they needed it. And it just recently dawned on me, young man, I don't want to call myself a fool, brother, you are supposed to demand that they do both.
Mm.
It's not optional to just do football training by itself because I'm the one that they're coming to. I was so worried about people's budget, I was trying to budget for them.
Mm.
It ain't my job to budget or spend people money for them. I'm the person that they're seeking help from. It's my job to help. And I was doing them and myself an injustice by saying, damn, I don't know if this person can really afford these rates. So I'm not going to push them, especially since they just came for football. But I know that they need this so that they could be better in football. I was doing them injustice. So now you got to do both. You got to take both of these services because it's going to be what's best for you in the long run. And it's true. It is. So I created a package for that. Long story short, I created a package for that in its own tier where those who come that are athletes, they have to do both, but here's the pricing for that.
Mm. Yeah.
And I just signed I signed 3 people up and somebody just called me about it today.
Mm. So. Hey, that's the work of an entrepreneur, man. It's never done. It's never done. I got my sister, a person that she's in business with, owns like 5, maybe 4 or 5 properties in another state. Own like 4 or 5 properties, so he'd be showing her how to do the real estate parts of it and the tenants and the Section 8s and the things like that. And we all have. Here's the thing: once we get in our little network, in our little market, in our little area, like-minded people, we start sticking with who we stick with who we. Hey, I'm gonna stick with who's gonna help me because this is what we attract around us. And you know what, man? Hey, man, you just gave me some straight game today, brother. Just them different packages for different people and take care of the business first. It's already things that you already know anyway. You know what I'm saying? But just to hear somebody, else, you know, and the crazy, they be in practice. It's just to hear somebody else say it.
Yeah, it ignites that fire.
Yeah, like, bruh, I thought I was the only one. You know what I'm saying? Like that. When you can hear somebody like, all right, boy, it ain't just me. Cause boy, I thought it was just me. And when you get that part and it's good, and then to see the longevity. Your longevity, but you a decade over. You over a decade in it, brother. You know what I'm saying? And that is goals, you know, because when you start getting it, and the thing is, no matter how far you get, I look at all your merchandise and I'm like, damn, I got to get there. But then I look at it, I'm like, damn, I got my merchandise. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but you look at the goals, and you say it don't matter how big you get in business. Clorox, Kellogg's, Oreo, the Bisco, they all still go. They got their levels, but guess what? They still go through their struggles just like we do.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They still
That's
going
what
through
the
the same
stock
thing we're
market
going
is.
through.
That's what the stock market is. If major companies didn't have the same thing that we talking about, nobody would be losing money in the stock. Everybody would be wealthy. It wouldn't be no risk.
Look, because the next thing somebody might come and say, hey, man, how do I franchise for Train the Brain?
Exactly.
That's the goal, right? Because each one of our goals, let me become a public traded stock. Let me become publicly traded. Where receive transportation, where not even receive transportation, because that limits me. When I put transportation at, and I learned that, right? When I put transportation at the end of my company, I put a ceiling on where this part of my company can grow. And so the next, but it's not that, because my company is self-invested 80s baby. That's the corporation. Steve Transportation is a part of
it.
This umbrella, because self-invested 80s baby, that's the baby. That's the baby. Steve is the trucking company, self-invested 80s baby trucking. This is the transportation. And you know, this is what we, just like you said, we don't treat me like, don't treat me like this. And then you go over here and be like this. Don't do me like that, because I'm a corporation just because I'm in the beginning stages of my corporation. I'm at the low level of corporation. But guess what? Amazon
That's why
didn't
they all
start off.
started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Amazon started off in the garage.
exactly.
He the
That's why they all
biggest
started.
thing moving right now. So we ain't gonna downplay what we do
Yeah,
to please y'all. And if you can't fit my prices, and if my price is not for you, hey, no harm,
yeah,
no foul. Go to whoever got the prices for you. Now, guess what? Just like you said, if I can give you a gold package for the people who gonna spend, then I'm gonna set that gold package. If you
yeah,
can't spend as much as the gold members, then I got a silver package for you. I'll do this for you. And if you can't afford that, and you ain't really moving that much, you ain't doing that much, I got the bronze package. We'll come in
yeah,
there and get you out. You may not get all the wrap that you want or all the
yeah,
coverage that you want, but we're
yeah,
gonna get you from here to there.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we got
This is
different
what comes
levels,
with
and
that.
then this is
Yeah,
what's gonna come with it. But we're gonna get you out of there. The job will get done. It
yeah.
may not be the way we're gonna do
Like
then. What
the
we're gonna
platinum package, we might come with the boxes or whatever that might look like. But you know, as you go down, oh,
man,
this don't include X amount of boxes
man,
or
look
whatever.
here. Yeah, because you
Or
might need 2 trucks, 3 trucks, whatever it is, but to treat us the same way you're gonna treat somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? It wasn't easy for us to get here either. And I like what you said. I'm not gonna become your mom and pops. We ain't
no,
mom and pops. We
no,
corporations. We we
yeah,
we we black owners,
that's a
black
name that was
business
given to
owners.
me. Yeah,
Yeah, man, and we're not gonna let y'all downplay us because guess what? You didn't take all the steps that we took to get here, and we ain't saying you can't because what we did just gave you little blueprints on how to
yeah,
accomplish it. But it's not for everybody, and that's okay because everybody's not meant to do it. And if everybody's a boss, then who's gonna be the workers?
yeah. And one thing I would
Yeah,
say, just to reiterate it, is that continuously looking at areas where you could make money with what you're already doing is worth the time because you'll find areas with what you're already doing, like, oh, I could do this. And we get so busy and hustling the way that we already making money, sometimes we overlook where we could just reword something or tweak something just a little bit and create a new avenue of money with what we
mm,
already doing.
mm,
And that would be my game that I would give to everybody is if you have been successful making money doing something that you're already doing, really take a look. And I'm talking to myself right now too. Take a look and see if there's areas because there is. It's not if, there is. There are areas within that that you could create or that are already there that you can make money off of. You just have to give it a name. You just have to make it a thing and it's already there. And so that would be something that I would want everyone to do that is an entrepreneur and have a business that they pushing. It's something I'm doing myself right now.